Welcome. In front of me is a NUBIA Focus 2 Ultra, and today I will show you how you can import contacts from your SIM card to the device. So, to get started, you will want to open up your standalone contacts application like this one right here. We don't need notifications from contacts. There is no effing reason why they should ever give you contacts, so we can select don't allow if you haven't done that already. It's a contacts list. Like, what notification can a bullshit application give you for this? Anyway, so in here, we're gonna navigate to organize right here, and then you want to select manage SIM. Now this gives us a pop-up, choose where to save contacts to. So we have a device and Google. Okay, that's interesting. More options. Device only, that's what I'm going to select. So for some reason this is now present at the bottom of the page instead of being right here where it used to be. So I do want to talk about this for a brief moment. So you have the option to import contacts to the device and to Google. Now this primarily means to Google, just to put that out there. There's a reason why there's an icon next to it. And I want to kind of dissuade from doing this. It might be nice, but you're importing contacts of people that have never consented for Google to own their personal information. Because by importing someone's contact information to Google, you're basically giving Google, number one, the name. So we have name of someone, and then you have phone number. If you are autistic, you probably also add things like photos, location, date of birth, and some notes. Great. So basically Google now has everything that they need. Perfect profile for someone, just for free. How about go F yourself, Google, and don't try to get all the information. So I urge you to basically select the other option right here to the device. You still can do all of what I just said, adding all those information to the contact, but at the least Google shouldn't have access to it. Now I'm saying shouldn't because we all know how private our privacy is, which is basically almost zero at this point. But in any case, this is at least implying that you're not importing it to the cloud, so Google shouldn't have access to it. So if they do, they're breaking the law. And if they're breaking the law in the future, if someone can prove it, then obviously they're liable. So in any case, this is still a better option. It gives you all the features of importing it to the cloud, minus the ability for you to have this whatever contact you import appear on every other device that is signed in on the same Google account. But this is not something that I care, as I only carry one phone in my pocket. I don't care to have the same kind of, contacts pop up on my, a TV, because it has the same kind of account signed in. So this is kind of useless to me, so I prefer the device itself, and that's what I'm going to keep. Now, additionally, when we selected the Google account, which, well, moronically it says device as well, but it's not, you can see all of these contacts are deselected and grayed out. Now, you know why they're deselected is because these contacts already exist where it's trying to import these contacts to, which is the Google account, not the device, or both. If it was both, they should be selected. As when you select the device only, you can import them because they don't exist there. So Google is already lying right here by telling you that it's importing to both locations while it's only importing to the cloud. And you can clearly see that because if it was both, like I mentioned, here, device doesn't have these contacts, so I should be able to select them. Contact already exists on your list. So if it exists on my list when I select the device, why can I select it? Or why is it selected? If it already exists, I shouldn't be able to. It would be a duplicate, but it doesn't exist there. So in any case, in here, you can obviously deselect contacts that you don't want. If they're deselected, that means that they already exist. And from there, click on import. It will import the selected contacts, and when you go to the list, you should be able to see them right here. Now you also have the option to narrow down the contacts that you see. So number one, favorite contacts will always show up at the very top, as you can see, while under the writing where it says all contacts, you can, for instance, show contacts from the Google account or the device. And for some reason there are 3 contacts. Let me check something. Okay. Oh, okay, I get why. So, just to showcase this, it's showing 3 contacts, right? even though I imported 2, and I can import the last one that I haven't imported. The reason that is the case is because this contact, if we go into edit, oh god, it's literally on every count. You can see when we go to edit the phone version of this contact, we have the option to add things like our photos to it and basically a lot of other information. Now, if I go back and select the last number, edit and device, wait, that wasn't it one? Is it this one? Wait, what the hell is this? Cracker. What the hell? Okay, so actually this contact doesn't exist, so I'm just tripping. So yeah, there is one contact missing. There is one already additional one, different one that isn't on the SIM card that was here. So I got kind of messed up. For a moment, I thought that, for instance, the contact from the SIM card that isn't imported is showing up here on the device, but it wouldn't have the same options, but it's not. So in any case, you can narrow down the contacts right here, which location you want to display them from. You can also see which area has how many contacts. So Google account has 87, then we have 3 on the phone, and in total we have 88, which, yeah, that would be accurate, considering there is only one unique contact that isn't on the account on the device. So that's the cracker one for some reason. So in any case, that's about it. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.